Hello everyone, my name is Mr. Gentleman, and I believe you can hear me, I am on. Welcome to the finale for our run of Final Fantasy IV at 1 speed with active settings. Here we are, hail to everyone in the chat. We have GB Ayer, Charlie Fox, Subledger, the True Alfarius. We have someone who I had not seen before. Saw a whole conversation here. Stadium Arts, welcome. And welcome to the rest of you. If you don't mind, please hit the like button, as that allows the video to get more traction. And we are going to begin. Oh, hello, Drakenzan. And we are going to begin by talking to the Lunarians. They say they will guide us to the core. Yeah, these are like, they speak, or they're the crystals of the Lunarians. It's not really clear on what these are. Other than that, they're crystals of their own. We're basically told that now we may reach Zemus. They will guide us to the end. There are weapons that are at the bottom to help us, just in case you didn't know. I'll explain how the bottom is structured as soon as we enter. Hail, Mediker. Oh, we 8 crystals form the seal that binds Zemus in his sleep. Alright, well, you know, it's nice that you're sentient, unlike the Earth crystals. Don't know how life is for these guys, though. Just, you know, sitting there being shiny. So Zemus was basically cordoned off. Stadium Arts, I don't know if I have an accent. I don't know how to describe my voice, to be quite honest. The final battle has come. I'm from New York, and so, like, I'm sure a lot of my voice is influenced by that. But other than that, I really, would not know if I could place it to my region. Alright, here we go. We are being guided to the core by the crystals. And here we are, the Lunar Subterrane. Now, here's the thing with this final dungeon. Unlike Final Fantasy III, which is this gigantic 3-hour, 2-part, 3-part dungeon, which, like, weaves in and out, this dungeon is actually a straight shot to the final boss. If you want to, you can take one path to the final boss, and that's it. However, on branching paths everywhere, there are all kinds of items. They're all optional, but you do really want them. I speak like I'm Turkish? I have never heard that before. Interesting, though. Alright. Ooh, taking some hits already. I did gain, just like 2 or so levels in preparation, since I basically, you know, I have no idea how well, how the 1 speed is going to serve us down here. Let's try toading them. I can't remember if it's Toad or Mini that affect the Dark Sage and Celine. Yeah, that's true, Octopath Traveler. I'm just not sure what mine is. Just stole a ton of Edge's MP, and we just got here. Okay. Just our fortune. Yeah, the red giants have quite a bit of HP. I was hoping to not run into one outside of a box, but here we are. Yeah, let's have Rydia summon. I did hello Christian Lopez, hello Ultra Zappy, hail to you guys. I did buy a sufficient amount of items in preparation for this, so we should be good no matter how much HP I choose to expend. Here we go. I believe it's Mini. We'll see. Hopefully this red giant will go down. But, you know, I always thought that it was a mech of some kind. But it actually is a fiend that is, you know, actually armored up. Wow, does Rydia learn it at level 74? I don't think I'll grind to it, but I don't think I'll get there. Wow, is it 74? I remember it being a lot lower than that. She's 45, so I do not know if we're gonna get there. But, by the way, just making sure, is my audio fine? Is it coming through well enough? Is it high enough? I just want to make sure. Alright, so, we are about to get into a fight with two of those giants. I'm going to switch Cecil to the Ogre Killer. Despite it being weaker, they are weak to it, so that should help us out. And here we go. They're also susceptible to stop. It doesn't seem that way at first, but that's because they counterattack everything. So you stop them, they counterattack, but then they're stopped. We'll just have Rosa Prey. Actually, I should have switched her over to the Artemis Arrows. They do... Well, no, I'll save the Artemis Arrows for later. My audio's good. That sounds great. Yeah, Octopath. They actually look more like fiends in armor in like later versions of the game. The new art makes it more apparent. Though I personally like to think of them as mechs. Like, I remember getting Meteor in the older versions. And not having to, you know, get to that high a level. I can easily imagine the DS version that being the case. Alright, and we can just wail on this guy. Yeah, we'll throw a Blizzaga at him. And I also basically fixed most people's magic lists, so that, yeah, you see Cecil's doing 5,000 damage to these guys. And this one is stopped, so he really won't be attacking us much. Oh, Blizzaga did a good amount of damage to him. So, sometime next week, I'll be uploading a really short video, because I basically decided to re-record the first part. We got the Black Garb there. To re-record the part that YouTube deleted, because YouTube, for some reason, and I never heard back from them, even though I contacted them, that part 1 of this series was deleted. To be never seen again. And I decided, you know what, I'll re-record that, I decided to re-record, you know, that first part by myself. Just so that, you know, people can watch all the streams and they're not missing the first part. And you'll never believe what happened. So I'm traveling to Fabul, and I'm fighting some monsters, and I get, for the first time, this has never happened before, we're gonna, just to save time, warp with Rydia back to the beginning. Again, that's the nice thing about the way this place is structured. You can basically, like, go back, and it's not really difficult to where you got to, because you took a branching path rather than a main path. But we now have Edge's best armor, and we'll now move on to the next item. But I got a drop that I never got before playing Final Fantasy IV. I got the Cockatree Summon. And I sat there and laughed because, you know, of course this happens. Of course it happens when I'm not live streaming. Where's the next thing? It's right here, right? Yeah, here it is. Of course, you know, when no one is watching and I'm recording by myself, a moment that would have been just incredibly hype if everybody was watching, it happens. You know, maybe I should grind for bomb off screen, since that seems to be my fortune. The Hyper Dimension Neptunia games. I actually own all 3 PS3 games, but I have never played them. Basically, I have not had the time to invest in them. I do own them because I do like, for games that I'm interested in, I do try to get my hands on copies before they basically go out of print. Because once they go out of print, the price skyrockets. And you know, the last few weeks I've actually been scrambling to grab a few things before, you know, they go away forever and they cost me like $90 on eBay to pick up. Yeah, Alfarius, I've heard the PS3 versions are bad, but I do have this thing where I do like to play the original version of the game at some point. But I have heard like the remakes are all better. That like Neptunia V was basically better than the rest, and then they remade all the games according to that game's combat system and engine. The Pinktail, how we will not be getting this run. There's a 1 in 64 chance to get it. I'll probably do one Flan Princess battle just to show it off. But yeah, that's asking a bit much. Mostly because they're very difficult to defeat. Because they randomly berserk party members without letting you know which party member. It's a very amusing fight, but it's very annoying because they have like 40,000 HP each. Thankfully, these enemies are not much trouble, because you can just mini them. And they do little damage in this form, thankfully. Yeah, the nice thing is that a lot of enemies in this dungeon either have weaknesses, or Rydia can just throw Bahamut at them and they die. So that's nice. If you're playing the GBA or PSP version, the character who is completely broken in this dungeon is Edward. Edward destroys this dungeon because the reason being is that Edward has a harp that's exclusive to those versions that actually does, I believe, 4 times damage to dragons, and there are both random encounters and bosses that are dragons, and so he's basically dealing anywhere between 5,000 to 9,999 damage to each one. So yeah, if you're playing those versions, it is worthwhile to think about fielding Edward. Yeah, Pinktail is rare. It's not easy to get. Like I feel like to get it, you'd want like your characters at the highest level. But then by that point, you know, the armor itself becomes useless. Well, kind of, because the armor like protects against everything. It makes you like practically invincible against Zeromus. And you know what? That's a good thing, because if you're gonna have an armor that's that rare, you may as well make it worth it. But yeah, as it is, the only drops I've never gotten playing this game are basically the bomb and Pinktail. I'll consider that once again. I'll consider doing them off screen. Charlie Fox, no, I have not played 4 Heroes of Light. That is on my list of games to get before they're out of print forever. The next one on my list is the original Rune Factory. Never played it, but I do want to make sure I get my hands on it. I have played Bravely Default and Second, which are the successors to 4 Heroes of Light, but not the original in it of itself. Right, let's heal. And let's go. There's like a passageway in a wall that just circles around itself. I just imagine the programmers were having fun with that. We'll head up here after this fight. Well, you know, at least the enemies we're getting aren't difficult. They're not more giants. 250 sirens. That's absurd. Like I feel like that wouldn't be like too bad in the Super Nintendo Easy type, since it's very easy to get to level 99 in that version. But man, 250 sirens. Oh, wow. That's ridiculous. Just checking the chat. Yeah, Bravely Zero is a pretty good nickname because, you know, they have the same producer slash director. Hoping they announce a date for Bravely Default 2 soon. I am looking forward to that. We haven't had too many JRPGs this year. Yakuza 7 is the one that I'm most looking forward to. Stadium Arts, thank you for the 20 Canadian. Forgive me, I'm forgetting your currency. Is it Canadian dollars? I have a YouTuber that I'm a huge fan. He calls anything he doesn't know pesos. So thank you for the 20 Canadian pesos. But yes, been watching you since your first History of RPGs. Always been a fan, man, and miss you during your little hiatus. But it's good to see you back. Thank you, Stadium Arts. That's actually the second super chat I've ever gotten, and I deeply appreciate it. So here we have a floating sword. So this guy, he likes to counter with slow. He likes to counter with slow a lot. But he also likes to occasionally counter with Quake, I believe. So we're gonna have everybody float. We're just gonna have Rosa quickly heal everyone. And we're good. Yeah, Rosa's job is to basically undo any slowness that's done here. Storyteller class? That's interesting. I'm always up for new class ideas. I'll have to check out for Heroes of Light sooner than later. Alright, we will attack. We want to, you know, I should hold back on Edge just to lessen up on these slow counters. Yeah, you see, he basically does it to, he does it to someone every time there is an attack. We will re-haste up Edge. Yeah, you know what, let's summon Bahamut. Yeah, Bahamut is really useful here. We're gonna use Edge to heal himself. He's the one who took some hits. Yeah, I'm gonna just be very careful with my punches here. The other person slowed was Kane, but he's in the air. Alright, and you see he used Quake, and we dodged it thankfully enough. A slow, Cecil is slowed. Okay, he doesn't counter, he does not counter the jump attack. That's good. Let's get Cecil back up to speed. Let's summon Bahamut once more. This guy doesn't have too much HP, so it shouldn't be an issue. We'll pretty much... Oh, well, there goes Edge. Let's bring him back up since I do want him to get some experience. It also may be worth it to go all out on him, because every time he uses slow, his ATB actually resets. So, you know, if you are fast enough, or if you're playing on a lower speed than 1, you could get him into a situation where basically he never attacks you, because you're just wailing on him, and all he's doing is slowing you again and again. But he should be done in a moment. Maybe I should have bought some more X potions. I do have quite a few ethers, though. Bad inventories can be quite troublesome. That was always like one of the biggest issues with like NES games. Alright, and we got the guy. A good amount of experience. And we get the Murasame. This is one of Edge's 2 best swords. He is in the front line, so it's not really... you know, his ranged weapon isn't as useful, but I do believe the full moon is stronger than the Kikuichi. So let me just check that. No, okay, 2 swords it is. Alright, we wasted quite a bit of MP, so we're going to exit and heal. Okay, nice thing about this place is that it has healing for HP and MP on the sides. No summons in 4 Heroes of Light. That's interesting to hear. Summoner has been like a common class, you know, ever since 5 had it as a job. Or, well, I guess 3 had it as a job. I made sure to save some weapons for Edge, True Alfarius. You know what, let me make a save here. Just so that we don't waste time. Don't want to have to run all the way back outside. And let us head back in. And now we can head down the true path. Now that we took those 2 divergences on the first floor. But I saved a bunch of weapons for Edge to throw. So he will have things to do. I am worried about the Zeromus. I'm a little concerned about the Zeromus fight, though. He has 65,000 HP. But just want to check something. Okay. Yeah, he has 65,000 HP. But around 12,000 he can do 1 full heal on himself. I don't think he tries it again. Now, on normal speed, that isn't really an issue. You can definitely wail on him enough to to basically take him below that and have him skip his healing window. On 1 speed, however, I'm kind of concerned. He may get in that full heal, which means I have to deplete less than 65,000 HP twice, but you guys get what I mean. So here is the Flame Whip. It is Rydia's best whip, but it lowers her intelligence, so we're not really going to bother with it. In fact, we may just throw it at Zeromus. Over here, we have another chest, and we have the Dragon Shield. The Dragon equipment, both Cecil and Kain can use it, but it is essentially Kain's best equipment. How far would I like to take the history of RPGs? As far as I can. That's basically it. Even if my my dreams of becoming basically forming my own studio and having enough money to make the TV shows that I've always wanted come true, I would still do a video like once every few months and maybe just work on it little by little. At the very least, though, there are, like, let's say I had to enter a state where I could not do a video monthly anymore. I would at least make sure I did the games that I always wanted to do. So let's say, all I could get to was the end of the PS1 era. I would still make sure I did the games that I felt were most important. I would want to do Dragon Quest VII, definitely. I would want to do Xenoblade Chronicles Cross. I think that is an excellent game that nobody played. I consider it truly amazing. And I think that... One moment. I think that a lot of... there's nothing to the left and right, so we just head down. A lot of people, when they play a JRPG, a lot of people today kind of expect it to be in the vein of the post-Final Fantasy X JRPG. And that game is a mix, Xenoblade Chronicles Cross, is a mix between a JRPG and like a Bethesda-style, Western-style RPG. So like, it wasn't something a lot of players understood, but those who did loved it. So I would love to make a video that does that game justice. Yeah, these silver dragons are not an issue. The gold dragons are a bit more trouble due to the fact that they can paralyze you. Right, that just circles around. But this one takes us to more dragon equipment. We've got a dragon helmet. Yeah, I poured, Christian Lopez, I poured 200 hours into Xenoblade Cross. Was worth every minute of it. Alright, another silver dragon. So, the Steam sale began today. Oh, did you guys get anything interesting? I basically picked up what was in my wish list. Stuff that I, always wanted, but, finally had an opportunity to. I was actually considering doing a video today that basically covered, you know, the what RPGs to get during the Steam sale. I might still do it, but, basically the servers are so packed right now that Steam was moving like a snail today. It took like 5 minutes to load my wish list. It was pretty crazy. Let's see, yes. Let's arm Kane up. Dragon helmet. Dragon armor. And dragon gloves. Oh, Purple Haze, you got Ys Origin. Ys Origin is so good. Make sure you play Ys 1 and 2, and then you can play Origin anytime after. Because Origin is a prequel to 1 and 2. I love Ys Origin. Ys Origin, yeah, if I had to quit the series, I would make sure that I did an Ys Origin video. That game, fantastic. I love that game. Let me use Warp with Rydia. But yeah, the gameplay and the story of Ys Origin, just, I really love it. It's really great. Ys 6 is very dated. Basically, like, Falcom was a paralyzed company for 10 years. Like, after Ys 5, which did really badly, because it's not really a great game, at least gameplay-wise. But basically after that, Falcom was like, we give up. They basically surrendered. And for a long time, they did not make a new Ys game. They just re-released or remade Ys 1 and 2 over and over and over again. And whenever they needed a new game or a remake of something else, they basically just contracted someone else to do it. Like they were a company that lost faith in itself. And really a lot of that started even as early as 1990. And I mentioned this in like an earlier live stream. That there was an event that people call the Great Falcom Exodus, where something like half of Falcom left the company, and they formed 3 different companies. Quintet, I'm gonna summon Bahamut there, these guys are tough. Quintet, Ancient, and I'm forgetting the 3rd company. But yeah. Ooh, Cecil taking the hits there, wow. Let's use Arise. I'd say it's a necessary. Thankfully they're paralyzed. Well, I was just about to say it wasn't hitting anyone, and it hit someone. But yeah, after that Falcom really, like, after the Falcom Exodus, which was kind of their own fault. It was sort of their own fault. Because they were refusing to make new IPs. And the workers were like, we want to make new games. Let us make new games that have their own spirit to them. And after Falcom wouldn't buckle, they said, fine, we're gonna go and we're gonna form our own company. And so from then on, Falcom made the Legend of Heroes in-house. But those are basically the only things that they made with their own developers. Really after that, a lot of the games they contracted out to companies like Hudson. And as Purple Haze mentioned, yes, that is the Ys 4 period. Because Ys 4 for Super Nintendo and TurboGrafx were made by 2 different companies. Christian Lopez, yes, Oath in Felghana is excellent. I really love that game. I do think there are a couple of bosses here and there that are a bit cheap on higher difficulties, but overall, it is a very well-programmed game. Other than that, because the way it happened is that E6 was like the first game they came back with, and it was a game good for its time, very good for its time. Ooh, gotta go here first. Yeah, alright, this guy, he's weak to Holy and Fire. Does hit a bit hard, but not too hard. Let's have Cain go for the Dark Sage. Oh, I should have minied the Dark Sage, actually. That's fine. Yeah, they made Felghana. No, they made E6 first. And it's a game that hasn't aged well. But then they built off of that with Oath in Felghana, which was much better. And I do highly recommend it. And then Ys Origin was the last game they used that engine on. But yeah, both Felghana and Origin are worth playing. Welcome, Jordan Resin. Yeah, that was the story of how we got Actraiser, Terranigma, Illusion of Gaia, Illusion of Time for all of you in Europe. And Soul Blazer. Soul Blazer's so good. All the Quintet games are so good. Charlie Fox, you want to play something difficult? Have you played the Etrian Odyssey games? I would pick up Etrian Odyssey 3, if you have not played them already. Very difficult games, really force you to learn them, but very worthwhile in the end. Alright, head up here. Don't think I missed anything. Alright, we have an elixir. Yes, the staircase is to the right. This encounter again. Yeah. Not too hard, thanks to Cecil's Excalibur. But on Steam, I picked up Front Mission Evolve. Not a great game, from what I've been told. But I have been on a Front Mission kick. And it's pretty much the, it's pretty much the only 3D Front Mission game. And, you know, for $5, anything is worth it. That's my opinion. Even like a terrible game, it's like, you know, $5, why not? Not a bad idea in the end. Seventh Saga, I see people talking about in the chat. Seventh Saga is one of those rare games where the American version is harder than the Japanese version. Jordan Resin, I generally like Earthbound. Of the Mother games, it's the one that I like the most. I think like it accomplished its goals the best. And I do like the whole the countdown system for HP. Yeah, that adds a nice little bit of tension. I also like the weird references to Japanese culture, like the references to like that cult that wear blue hoods. Yeah, very interesting, the origins of the ideas in that game. Alright, and here. I also picked up Splinter Cell Conviction. I've never owned any Xbox, period. So like there's like, and the thing is, a lot of games that were on the Xbox that are not named Halo either have been multi-plat, or like Microsoft has put them out for PC at some point. But there are, you know, a few games in the library there that I never got to play, and I'm actually a huge Splinter Cell fan. But because Conviction was basically because Conviction was exclusive to, you know, the Xbox consoles, I never had a chance to play it until now. Charlie Fox. 13. I'm like you. I've got issues with those games, but yeah, they're like what, $10 on Steam now. Yeah, for that price, you know, it's definitely worth picking up. Hey, Smash Project. Here's a little factoid that you guys are gonna hear before anyone else. The history of RPGs was almost the history of stealth games. I basically made a choice between the two. Curse basically cuts your attack stat in half. So Kane won't be doing much damage for this fight, but that's fine because Dino Zombie is basically weak to a lot of what we have. But yeah, this was almost the history of stealth games. Okay, I think we... Alright, yeah, there's a chest here. Gonna run... Can I run from this gold dragon? Okay, yeah. Didn't lose any gil either. X potion. And we head down. I think there's a dragon in that chest. But yeah, stealth games can be pretty cool. I do feel like we've entered this age, though, where, like, no one is ambitious with them anymore. Like, I miss classic Splinter Cell. Those were some really good games. Menaker have not tried Ghost of a Tale. Ever since, like, I got back into the history of RPGs, I'm very behind on stealth games. But, like I said, you know, there's been kind of a void within the industry when it's come to stealth games these days. Subledger. I would have begun with all of, like, the really, really early games that contributed to the growing idea of stealth. So, like, there were games like an early Rambo title that had some stealth ideas. The early Wolfenstein games had some stealth concepts, and I would have, you know, started from there, made my way to Metal Gear, and then worked my way up to the what I call the Great Boom of 1997, where we got Tenchu, Metal Gear, Thief 1, and something else I'm missing in there. But, like, yeah, all of, like, the big stealth franchises, like, all started within a year of each other. It's crazy. Let me quickly re-equip Rosa. I accidentally threw out the Yoichi bow. That's unfortunate. And we'll give her the Artemis arrows. Artemis arrows are good against dragons. And this is a behemoth and not a dragon. Okay. No, I should not have done that. That was a mistake. Behemoths will, as I mentioned last episode, they only counter. They never attack of their own volition. And so we'll be basically turning this into an epileptic seizure once again. Just checking the chat. Yeah, we'll have ready a Bahamut. Yeah, for over 4,000 damage. But yeah, we'll basically just blink our front row to make sure they don't, they can, like, sort of, that they can get some misses in there. Anyone in the back row hits not gonna take too much, thankfully. Yes. You know, we'll skip Edge's turn. Yeah, it is true. The behemoth in the chest uses normal music. The later on in the dungeon, no, like most other encounters with them, you basically use the boss theme. By the way, really annoying thing. Ooh, 6,000 damage. That was high. Really annoying thing. Almost every live stream has been copyright claimed by YouTube. Because apparently, it is close in nature to someone's cover of a song. So they actually think that I'm playing somebody's cover of the boss theme. Really annoying, because it basically means that I'm making no money on the earlier live streams right now, which is yeah, it's kind of annoying. What did I want to do? I don't even remember what I wanted to do now. Oh, that's right. I wanted to have her use a dry ether on herself. But yeah, you know, that's the YouTube system. Apparently this happens with other video games too. Okay, the behemoth is down. And we get a Stardust Rod. This is Rydia's best rod. And we can... yes. Very good. Anyone really in need of healing? Yes. X Potion. Overall, this is not a hard dungeon. It's just about knowing where to go. Though the last 4 floors can be quite grueling. We see a sword over there, that is Ragnarok, and here we have a blue dragon. Despite using a lot of ice attacks, the blue dragon is not weak to fire. You'll see that he only does 1 damage to Kain, because Kain's dragon armor reduces all attacks from dragons. We'll just have Rydia attack. Subledger, yes, I've contested all of them, but that's why I'm essentially not making any money off of them right now. Because when you claim something, you can't make any money during that time, whereas before the claim was shared money. But it is important when you have a channel to challenge any claim you get, because you kind of have to train the algorithm when it comes to your channel. You have to let it know again and again, hey, this is not something that can be claimed, this is not something that's anyone else's copyright. And you kind of have to do it again and again. It's kind of like a learning AI, until it like finally learns your channel. It's annoying, but in the long run, you know, all the countering will be worth it. Okay, Blue Dragon was not much trouble. Rydia got a level up. Actually, I do want to do this very quickly. I don't think anyone is... yeah, Cecil is actually. Yeah, YouTube is terrible when it comes to copyrights. Okay. And monsters, as with almost every chest here. Alright, here is the weird thing. The red dragon is weak to ice. I have no idea why it was programmed this way, and no, it was not fixed in any future version of the game. We'll keep Kain on the ground so that he can absorb attacks. We'll skip Rose's turn to keep her... yeah, to keep her for a future attack. Christian Lopez. No, I have not played Blue Dragon. And that goes back to what I mentioned earlier about not owning any Xbox systems. To this day, Blue Dragon is still exclusive only to Xbox consoles. It's not on Steam, it's not anywhere else, and as a result, I've never been able to play it. So what I'm actually toying with the idea of getting my first Xbox, perhaps the Xbox Series 1 at some point. And so, because anything that was for the 360, that was compatible on the... I'm going to use Firaga because it still does decent damage anyway. Let's use a Rise. Whoops, I used it on the wrong person, that was a mistake. But basically anything that was backwards compatible before will be backwards compatible for the Series 1. So the Blue Dragon, despite being a 360 game, was playable on the Xbox One. So it will be playable on the Series 1 as well. So, you know, that is one thing that is in its favor right now for me. It does seem that Japanese companies are, oh my gosh, are interested once more in trying to put games on the Xbox. And we shall see how that turns out. Yeah, I've heard there's one for the DS. I have seen it. Have not played it though, and I do own most of the RPG library for the DS. DS was an excellent generation for RPGs. This battle's giving a tad bit of trouble. Just looking at the chat while I heal. I see. I've heard of Tim Rogers' review. I've heard it's pretty good. I haven't actually read it though. But I do hear that I do hear that, you know, he's basically, you know, spoken up for the genre time and time again. Yes, Smash Project, that's what I'm hoping. That, you know, as with anything else, that it will be on the Switch. But that's the thing with Mistwalker, which is the company that made Blue Dragon. They haven't ported... Well, they ported The Last Remnant. So, you know, here's to them porting the rest of their stuff as well. We have the Crystal equipment, beginning with the Crystal Shield, which is Cecil's best stuff. X-Potion Kane, X-Potion Cecil. Yeah, Purple Haze, the DS 3DS era was quite the era. I would even say that it might be, it ranks among the best in the genre's history. I think it rivals that of the SNES PS1 era. Not maybe in terms of story, but in terms of gameplay, definitely. I love that these dragons are attacking Kane. It's the best fortune I've gotten with them, probably ever. We'll have Rosa aim to use her Artemis arrows. Was Last Remnant Square Enix? I might be mixing it up with something else. That other game that Sakaguchi made. The one where people were alive for 1,000 years? People have been living for 1,000 years? I know the concept, can't remember the name. Okay, running low on X potions, but that's fine. You know, Christian, the PSP, the PSP has a really interesting history in Japan. Because it was Lost Odyssey, that was it, True Alfarius. But yeah, the PSP, a lot of people don't know this. PSP for a while was the most popular platform in Japan for a long while. Like, in the US, the reason why the Vita failed was for a lot of reasons, but it was essentially that it wasn't advertised well enough, really. The reason the Vita did not take off, at least at first, in Japan, was because the PSP was so popular that people still wanted to play it and still wanted games for it. And then, but when the Vita did become popular, it became hugely popular in Japan as well. And again, it was because, you know, of all the RPGs and visual novels. Let's wait for Rose to blink first. Come on, Rose. Okay, there we go. Just looking at the chat. That's right, Lopez. I do have the last story. Lost Odyssey I have not played yet. And I also forgot to restore Rydia's stuff. We'll use an elixir on her. I like to use the elixirs in the last dungeon, just to pump Rydia's MP back to full constantly. Because I do like for her to spam Bahamut. If this were the GBA version, I'd be spamming Edward. Because again, Edward is king in this dungeon. Let's blink Kane. Yeah, Farius, I like the Vita too. Mostly for the visual novels. The Vita was how I first played Steins Gate. It was how I played, what else did I play? Four Danganronpa games I played on the Vita. Yeah, it had some good stuff. It was unfortunate that it didn't do so well. And it was all Sony's fault. They did not know how to advertise a platform. Instead, they treated it like a PS4 Mini, and that was not going to work. Savrosa Blink Edge. Okay, and yeah, we're doing pretty good. The problem with the Behemoth is that it just has so much HP. No Smash project I haven't even heard of the When They Cry series. Yeah, Steins Gate is great, True Alfarius. I recommend both the anime and the visual novel to everyone. Like I said in an earlier stream, I picked up the collector's edition of Steins Gate Elite. And the great thing is that it came with a linear bounded Phananogram, or however you pronounce it, which is like a side game too. So that was a great deal because I got it on eBay, new on the cheap. Recommend it to everyone. Okay, are we good on MP? Yeah, we're fine. Alright, and we can head up. I do like the way this place is designed, the sort of cavernous look. Looks really cool. This is, I would say, one of my favorite final dungeons. It's got the right amount of complexity to it, the right amount of twists and turns. The visual design looks really cool. We'll just attack with Rydia. Oh no, I should have had her use Bio, but okay. I do like RPGs on handhelds. I wouldn't say for myself they particularly feel better, but as someone who lives in New York, which means that I'm constantly on the go, it made life so much easier to just have, you know, my 3DS or my DS in my pocket wherever I went, and I could always like complete a stage in Fire Emblem on the way to work or on the way home from work. And yeah, I do like that I always predicted that Nintendo would combine its consoles and handhelds, so you know it does live on in that fashion. The Switch got a different bonus game. What did the Switch get, Alfarius? That's interesting. And is it whatever the Switch got, is it available on the store? Because that's interesting. More Shining series in the Game Boy Micro. Yeah, the Game Boy Micro is a mistake. I don't even mind, you know, the idea of a mini Game Gear, but it should be like 30 games all at once, and I should be able to hook it up to my TV. That's what I want. Not what they're trying to pull. They got 8-bit Steins Gate. Interesting. Jordan Resin, very interesting question. How do I feel that Final Fantasy IV makes up? It doesn't. It's one of the flaws and outliers of Final Fantasy IV, that it doesn't really have any, you know, character building systems. It really is kind of a weird exception in the series. It does have, some very good gameplay things, which I'll talk about in the video, and I've talked about in previous streams. But yeah, you would not be wrong. This game, in terms of customization, is lesser than a lot of other games in the series. Just checking the chat. Like, the one nice thing, though, is that this game has a lot of gameplay story integration. I did like that a lot, and we've mentioned that in previous episodes. Yes, head up here. No, that's where we came from. Like how, Rydia doesn't learn fire until a certain event, or how Tella's age affects his stats. Some very interesting ideas, or how the way, what's it called? Yeah, just the way stats are generally handled in this game is very interesting, and the way it relates to character. It's something that I feel is kind of missing in modern Final Fantasy, and has been missing for quite a while. Shiva is going to make a rare appearance here, because she's actually quite useful in this fight, as you can see. Yeah, Andrew Koss, I agree. It's the least customizable. The one thing the game does, though, is that every time the game gives you a party, that party has very easy ways of defeating every enemy that you find. It's just up to you to figure it out. Like, you always have the tools to basically conquer all of the enemies in front of you. It's just up to the player to discover them. So, it is a well-programmed game. It does have a lot of thought got into it. But, yeah, it lacks that customization. Just checking the chat. Ultra Zappy, by saying you love the whole gang, are you talking about this game or Trials of Mana, which you mentioned before? I can go for either one. I do love the all the characters in both games, in this game and in Trials of Mana. Think they're all great, though I do get a little annoyed at Yang, as we've been over. Use Blizzaga. Yeah, Medicare, that's pretty much what I said. What I do think this game was a testbed for was to think about what more could you do with classes. Because if you look at, say, Final Fantasy III, right? All the classes are mostly differentiated by stats and what they do in the hit system. Where, and only a few of them have an individualized skill. So I feel like 4 was them saying, alright, let's take all of these classes and let's see what they could do. And they basically threw every idea at the wall. Not Rydia. So like, they said, okay, what could a white mage do? What could Rose the white mage do? What could this class do? And I think that it did pay off in Final Fantasy V, because what 5 did is that it combined everything in 3 and 4 and put it into one game. Oh no. Alright, we'll deal with it. We're making good progress. Yeah, the augments were quite cryptic to obtain. I did like them. But the idea of having to sacrifice some to get others, and meaning you could only get all on a second playthrough, that was annoying. I did not appreciate that. Subledger, I have not played Legend of Mana. It is on the list. I do own it on the PS3 though, through the PSN store, but I've heard nothing but good things. I hear that, like, every run is essentially different, which is interesting. I always like it when a game does that. Okay. Yep, head in. That is our exit, but we have to grab that chest. Oh, this is my favorite enemy. I love this guy. Okay, this guy, you know what? We're going to create a save state just to have some fun. Palma, I do not know how to pronounce your name, but thank you for the compliment. I do appreciate it. Alright, this is my favorite guy. I love the Lil Killer. This guy's great. Just gotta get to Rydia's turn. So, as you can see, he's using Libra on himself to tell us his weakness. Alright, let me double check that I saved. Let's use Thundaga at him and see what happens. Alright, Rydia, you're up. Let's have some fun. Come on, Rydia, we're waiting for you. Actually, did I remember to change the thing? Ooh, I feel like I've been ripping you guys off. Hold on. You know, let me use Thunder, because, we kinda killed him. Yeah, this is a creative enemy. Mwahaha! Thanks, fools! It's my turn now. He hates himself. And then he's gonna Libra himself once more. He's gonna do it now. He's gonna pay us back, I think. No? Is he not gonna do it? There we go. And then he basically, like, begins to just spam Thundaga now that he's hasted. And you're pretty much dead. There's no way to get past it. Very creative enemy. I do like it. But now we're gonna kill him. I have to apologize. Earlier, while I was grinding, I turned the speed down, and I think I forgot to put it back up, so I do apologize. Wow, my mistake, guys. Did not realize that I did that. Ah. So just imagine the enemies were a little harder up until now, and we're spamming a little more. Yeah, let me change that back. Because, like, when I grind, I basically put the speed down. Ugh. Should have remembered this. I deeply apologize. Yes, Subledger, it's really disappointing if you got this far and haven't saved. Okay, we get the white robe, and I'm running out of space in my inventory. Item. Stephanie, back to the beginning. If I had all the time in the world and I was playing back by myself, I'd probably do that. But I do want to get this episode finished. I think there's a staircase there, and there is a chest, and a mysterious staircase over there. Alright, the basic enemy. Nothing to worry about. Yeah, basically enemies will be attacking faster, but you know, I've been using pretty optimal strategies up until now. So like, yeah, I'll take more hits and I'll have to heal a little more, or I would have had to, but I still would have gotten them because like I basically do know most of the ways to kill the enemies. Like who's affected by Mini, who's affected by what element. The deep mystery about why blue dragons are not weak to fire, but red dragons are weak to ice. If I ever met Sakaguchi or Tokita, that's the first thing I would ask them. So why is the blue dragon not weak to fire? Of all the things I could say, I'd probably say that. And the guy's dead. Okay. We got the crystal helmet. And Cecil's almost decked out. I'd love to see like someone do like a drawing of Cecil in crystal equipment. There we go. All we're missing is the main armor. Thanks, Jordan. The video will be available in the playlist. Okay, let's just Kiraja everyone. And I will use an elixir on Rosa. Alright, we came from there. And we head over here. Yeah, we'll run from this guy. It's kinda not necessary to fight. I'd appreciate it if he stopped attacking me. But we are on good pace. There we go, chest with a red fang. Alright, I'm gonna create a state. Just in case this fight goes badly, because it can, we'll use a siren, and here are the Flan Princesses. So here's the thing with these flans. Basically they say let's dance, and the music will change to the Chocobo theme. As you can see. And now the game doesn't tell you, but certain party members are berserked. Yeah, and basically for a lot of them, I no longer have control. Hello, Suzumiya Haruhi. I love the Haruhi series. Great stuff. I own almost all the books. And I love the anime. But yes, thank you for joining us. Subledger, I'm pretty sure it's a kind of maybe like a Lunarian crystal. That's what I always assumed. And here's the thing with this fight. It's because Rydia has been berserked, it is kind of unwinnable. Like, yeah, it becomes very difficult to win, which is why I made a save state. Was hoping that wouldn't happen, but it did. I will try something though. See if it works out here. My level is fairly high though, so like the chance of them killing me is lessened. We'll use a Stardust here. Yeah, decent damage, but perhaps not enough. Alfarius, the Steam, what's it called, servers, they are completely like slowed up right now. Like because like everyone is like buying stuff on Steam right now as we speak. Like, I may have to hit a restart my save state, which I did save in the room, because yeah, Rydia got berserked, and it does make well they're starting to die at least, so we may make it through this well enough. So while my team is randomly attacking everything without thought, oh no, Rosa just got berserked. So I now have no control over my team. It literally is up to the AI. The people demand a pink tail. Hey guys, tell that to the cartridge, not to me. Oh no, my Artemis arrows are being used. I still have dragons to face. Just looking at the chat while this is going. But yeah, Steam is backed up right now. Hopefully it will be better by tomorrow. And by the way, guys, if you're in here, please like the video if you can, as it does help the videos get traction. Will I win or will I not? It's totally out of my control. Oh well, you know, it looks like I'm going to win. I see Cecil is just at the point by now where like he is broken. He is very powerful. And once he gets the Ragnarok, even more so. Oh wow, they're playing the Fat Chocobo theme? That's interesting. I've never had a fight with these guys go on this long. Uh, Drakenzan, you're doing a challenge run of 5? What exactly is the challenge that you're doing? Alright, do I get a tail? Do I get a tail? No, I get a dry ether. Okay. not a bad consolation prize, but still not what was ideal. Alright. Okay, let's heal up. After that little aside. Imagine if we get the pink tail though, we would have all exploded. it would have been crazy if that actually happened on screen. Wasn't expecting it at all, but it would have been something. How would I compare Nomura's storytelling? Oh my gosh. I would need to sit down and write an essay about Nomura's storytelling. It's something. Ooh, we have an Ahriman. What he does is that he casts death on somebody. He's not really a problem. He's usually beaten before the death is completed, and even if it does, we bring her back. Other than that, he's not much trouble. It's the boss form of him that is an issue. But Nomura is like, I feel like he has ideas, but I don't feel like he knows how to execute them very well. I feel like he's not really good at pacing. I feel like he tries to create these like ethereal games that feel like Disney with light and darkness, and with a sort of like childlike flavor to it. But they don't very much land, in my opinion. Oh wow, well, that one speed definitely is really helping me die a little more than I thought I would. Let's keep attacking. Have Cecil arise. Don't know if this will hit in time, but may as well summon Bahamut. Well, yeah, if I had to go into what I didn't like about Kingdom Hearts' story, I would definitely want to like sit down and write my thoughts out, because it's a weird thing, and I do think that the people who grew up with Kingdom Hearts enjoy it more than than everyone else. Okay, poor Rosa, down during that fight. Right. Kiraga. This doesn't lead anywhere, right? I'm not imagining things? Okay. Dark Sages, don't have time for you. Let's head down the steps. Alright, we've got a chest on each side. Oh no, we're good. You know what? Ninja, smoke. We are not staying for this fight. Get us out of here, Edge. There we go. Charlie Fox, I thank you for this question, actually. What is my favorite Final Fantasy job? The Alchemist. By far, the Alchemist. Alchemist, whatever form it is in, is my favorite job. I love the Alchemist. The Alchemist in any game it's in is just it's a joy to have it, because usually the stuff you can combine is absolutely nuts. Like, I love how in 5 you can make potions that increase your level by 10, the Giant's drinks. That's just an insane idea, and I love it. I absolutely love it. And they're very good in Bravely Default. And as much as I dislike Riku from Final Fantasy X, she is broken in that game if you know what you're doing. She can be quite incredible. Beta Marklar. I will probably fight and beat one death mask at least. And then I'll smoke bomb run from the others. Just to say, you know, I beat one during this run. Because I did make sure to bring something with me to make that fight easier. Alright, we are now going down a secret passageway. We have a golden apple. And we're gonna give that to Rydia. Because you do need to have over around 2000 HP to survive Zeromus' Big Bang. And hopefully she has enough HP. Alright, here we go. Two blue dragons, we'll fight them. Yeah, Geomancers are pretty cool. I do like them. You do kind of have to know what they do to make best use of them. In the original NES 3, though, they could backfire, and that's why they were kind of useless in that game. Like how, ooh, okay. Forgot about her MP. That's fine. Yes. Just talking about, classes in the chat. Yeah, love alchemists. I wouldn't mind a Final Fantasy where a main character was an alchemist, and like you could just combine everything. That's my dream Final Fantasy. The ability to like combine spells, combine items, combine attacks. Like to me that would be like really great idea. Just looking at the chat once more. So on Steam today, I also picked up Battle Chasers Night War. For those who don't know, Battle Chasers was an American comic book. But recently, they made a video game that basically, it's made in the West, but it essentially plays like a JRPG. Oh, and it's known for like a unique battle system. And so I am looking forward to getting to it later this year. Because, you know, that's how it is when you buy a Steam game. You've got so much on your plate that you're not playing it until later in the year. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Also picked up Portal 2 for the first time. Have not played it. I've owned Portal 1 for a while. But Portal 2, has eluded me until now. And I picked up Kingdom Come Deliverance, which is supposed to, like, really inherit a lot of the ideas of older Western RPGs. And ones that Bethesda has abandoned. Here is this staircase off to the side. I believe this is a behemoth. Indeed it is. Let's have Edge Ninja. We'll skip Kane's turn for now. Skip Seesaw. And we will blink. Yeah, Brandon Morrison. Alchemy is mostly what you do in between combat in the Atelier games. But I do have a specific idea for my dream Final Fantasy in mind. Though if I ever made it, I would have to call it something else. Like in the same way Sakaguchi called his game Last Story, I would have to call it, I don't know, Eternal something. like just to make my own Final Fantasy, since, yes, Square has a thing about their mainline games not being made by any other company. Okay, yeah, well, you know what? Just for variety, we'll summon Leviathan. Alright, Really, Charlie Fox? That's a thing? I've never heard that. Oh, which versions of the game does that work for? Oh, well, there goes, get up, Rydia. Nap time is over. That's a jump. That Charlie Fox, is that like a glitch? Or was that intended? That's interesting to hear. Okay, I don't think Leviathan ever made it out the gate, so we'll try again. There we go. Okay, Leviathan does nothing to him. Alright, but the behemoth is dead. Rydia leveled up. I'm curious as to what her list looks like. We're gonna give these protect... Oh, well, I already have one on Rosa. I'll give the other two Rydia, because they need all the defense they can get. Let's cure. Okay. Item. We have plenty of ethers, so actually I shouldn't be using them because there is a save state soon. Oh, Charlie Fox, I don't know if I could time it on one speed, but I will give it a shot. Should I be fighting this Ahriman? I don't know. The nice thing about the Ahriman, if he casts Death on the same person twice, it restarts the timer. Quite nice. Summon... Yeah, let's go with Bahamut. Yeah, that's true. Who would think of using a potion on the final boss? Not exactly, you know, your first instinct. Alright, after this battle, I am not fighting Ahrimans again. They're just kind of a waste of resources. And I do think they have 20,000 HP? I think it is. Oh, and there's the restart, as you saw. Well, thank you, Charlie Fox. Do hope for good success and a complete game by the end of this stream. Smash Project, what is on your channel? Since you mentioned it. Gister Mentalman. Apparently we're mixing up first letters of names today. Alright, here we go. Phoenix down. Yeah, that fight is definitely a waste of your of MP and items. We shall rely on Edge for his Ninja Vanish in the future. And another encounter. I'm tired of you guys. Here, take some money. Go enjoy yourself at, like, a casino or something. And here we have a save point. That is why I should not have used those items. But that's fine. We'll use a cottage. And you're probably wondering, why is there a save point all the way on this side path? Well, you're gonna see why. Because, something walks this way. No, I don't want to save there. Save. Third slot. Yes. That worked, right? Okay. Let's, save and let us move on ahead. Okay, here we go. Deep breath. And, yeah, this can go bad. If the boss has a high damage range, this can really hurt. But, here we go. Detests the power that this, the power of this sword Lord Zemus detests shall not be released. Alright, here we go. Attack. Attack. There comes the Mega Flare. Alright. Yep, that was pretty bad. Edge went down like nothing. It's white. Kiraja, heal. Rydia, no, no. There we go. Bahamut, fight your brother. Take him out, please. Alright, yeah, so, summons, bypass, reflect, attack. Yeah, this fight's a bit frantic. Oh, look at those mirroring sprites. That looks so cool. There we go. And we get Mega Flare too. Just the front row, though. And we get regular flared. Cecil should survive that. He did. Kiraja. No, no, not again. Ugh. Is he gonna survive? He does! Oh, wow. Go Kane. Alright. Yes, Rydia. Let's bring out Bahamut again. Stop flaring me, please. I'd appreciate it. Did that not work? Did he hurt himself? Okay, Mega Flare. Okay, so he counters Mega Flare with Mega Flare. Interesting. That's the one person I was hoping he wouldn't hit. It's white. It's Arise. Yeah, this is ooh, 6,000 HP healed. Jeez. Let's use Rydia to heal, since he casts Reflect. I'm kind of thankful for that, actually. Lets him use up a turn. Really hoping for Rose's turn. Come on. No, no, not good. Anyone but Edge, please. Okay, that bounced into nothing, apparently. Kiraja. Come on, Rosa, come on. Okay, not too bad. Let's try Sylph. Sylph, because Sylph gets that extra healing on us. Yeah, so Sylph is quite useful in certain situations. Oh my gosh. Quite a bit of damage to Rydia there. Alright. That should help a little bit. Yeah, a little. Oh wow, he counters every summon with Mega Flare. Ugh. This is kind of a crazy fight. Bounces, hopefully into nothing. No, Rosa, I can't have you dying right now. You're way too important right now. I'm keeping Kane because even though Bahamut did not count as a dragon, Dark Bahamut does count as a dragon. Very weird programming in that regard again. But, yeah. Let's, no, I shouldn't have done that because he reflected. So that bio is going to hit us. Unfortunately. Sorry about that, Kane. Ugh. My mistake. Bit of an error. But, everybody else is at full HP. This guy has quite a bit of life himself. Attack. You know what? I should use a Fuma Shuriken. It would not hurt. That's a risk to use Bahamut again right now. Ooh, all those flares coming in. Attack. Heal Kane. Anyone but Kane, please. No. The one person I did not want you to attack. Ugh. Let's have Cecil attack because he has so much offensive power. I do like how he's basically Bahamut's sprite, but always with the mouth open. Makes him a little different. Okay, let's try this again. Oh man, he is healing a lot. He seems to have like a very set routine in terms of his attacks. Throw, Fuma Shuriken. Oh, well, there goes Edge. Man, this has been an ugly fight. Oh, wow. Tank that. Come on, Rosa. I hope this flare hits Cecil. Oh, well, it hit nothing. Good enough. I'm keeping Kane on the ground, basically to intercept the Dark Bahamut's attacks. Yeah, we'll keep Rydia not attacking because I don't want to take another Mega Flare. Ugh, of course it has to hit Edge. At least he lives. Okay, Rydia, Rosa tanked that. Man, how much HP does this guy have? It must be 65,000 or something ridiculous like that. And he's healing. We'll throw something. Yeah, I'll risk the Bahamut summon. I'll just keep Rosa on standby. But yeah, that's why a save point is before this fight. It is that ridiculous. And the game knew it. Or the developers knew it. Okay, Rydia with the kill. Yes. Nice. Cecil leveled up, Edge leveled up, everyone's leveling up. And we get Ragnarok. Cecil's best sword in the game. Menaker, was it Dark Bahamut or was it Tiamat in Final Fantasy VIII? Okay, let us equip Cecil. Goodbye, Excalibur. Never mind, it's like the story sword. And look at that increase in attack. Cecil's basically invincible at this point. And I forgot to put on the crystal armor, so Cecil is even more of a tank. Okay, let's heal up. No. Okay. Whew. Actually, I should have just used another tent since I'm already here. Keep forgetting about this save point. My mind is like Final Dungeon. Of course there are no save points. Alright, just looking at the chat. Smash Project, I'll take a look at your channel later. Everyone's commenting on the fight. Ultra Zappy is mixing up everyone's names. Okay. Alright. We can save. And we will continue. I'll use the run for this, you know, just to get us back on track. We'll run from these dark stages. Another fight. I hate it when you run, and then like 2 steps later you get an attack. It's like I ran for a reason, game. I didn't want to fight. Okay, and we're almost back on the main path. Let's head up here. Yeah, this ain't Crystal. This ain't the Crystal Tower. That it isn't. But at least we are healed up now, which will help between now and the next save point. So Rosa aim. Since she does have quite a few Artemis arrows left. Summon. Yep, Bahamut. What Esper? What is my favorite summon? That's interesting. Huh. Have to think about it. Actually, Charlie, you know what? Yojimbo himself, if you could find a way to make that, that would be pretty interesting. I do enjoy Yojimbo. That is a good one. Let's gear up Edge. You know, we should gear up Cecil himself, actually. Kuki Niel? Yeah, Jump, like, isn't always worth using at this point in the game until you get to the final boss. Alright. Blue Dragon. And and again, you know, Kane's Dragon Armor is, you know, it's very good for tanking these guys. Attack. Yeah, Wiseman, that's true. You can't save in any dungeon in 3. But the thing is, like, a lot of the early dungeons are so short, you don't notice it. And they don't get, like, really long until the end. So, like, you never really notice it. Whereas 4, you know, it begins with, you know, quite a few long dungeons. Let's head up here. Oh yeah, Ixion was a cool summon in 10. That was one of 10's best contributions. That was a cool summon. Okay. And going back to the Steam sale, Shadows of Adam is on sale. And I've never played it. It's basically a Western-made Western-made JRPG. And I've heard great things about its battle system. It's basically made to emulate the old 16-bit games. So yeah, another game that I am looking forward to eventually playing one day. It's bio. And to G Generation Cross Rays was on sale, was $20 off, which is like interesting because usually during the Steam sale, newer games don't get discounts. But because there's a Bando Namkai sale that basically tied into the Steam sale, yeah, it was there for $20 off. The G Generation series is basically... Nothing's up here, right? Bandai Namco's, it's their strategy game series that covers various Gundam universes. And so, yeah, Cross Rays is the most recent one. Covers a few of the alternate universe Gundam series. And yeah, once again, what did I do? Or did I pray? I meant to use aim. But yeah, I mean, yet another game I look forward to getting to later in the year. I do like the first season of Gundam 00, so I look forward to replaying that in strategy game form. I have played a lot of the G generations. They are pretty interesting. Though they do, of course, like, really do require that you be a Gundam fan to, like, understand everything. Because they obviously are made for, people who enjoy that franchise. But, you know, the games do have creative ideas. Take a drink of water. Been talking a lot. Yeah, Alexander was a neat idea in 9. 9 had really good summon animations. Rydia, summon Bahamut, take care of the young dragons, teach them who's boss. Yeah, and that, for the most part, I think I've mentioned, you know, the things I bought in the sale today. There are a few things I'm looking at, like, forgetting the name, but Shozo Kaga, who is the person who basically invented Fire Emblem. He's on bad terms with Nintendo. Well, he's been on bad terms with Nintendo. So he just makes independent strategy games that, you know, basically are Fire Emblem, but not. And in the latest one is on Steam right now. Alright, yeah, okay, we'll fight them. You know what? Never mind. Let's run. Can't run. Wow, okay, fair enough. Yeah, waiting for Rose's turn to make this fight easier. The one thing about this game, I will say, is that you can't, other than haste, which requires you getting to Rose's turn first, there isn't really a way in terms of equipment to speed your characters up. Because I would love it if I could speed Rosa and Rydia up. Those two, you know, they do a lot, and it's really sad that, you know, there are no, like, accessories or armors that can make them go much faster. Subledger, I think you could use Odin and get Yojimbo in exchange, if I'm remembering correctly. Okay, and we get the Minerva, or as it's called in other versions, the Minerva Bustier. Here's the thing, it's a really good armor, but it lowers magic power, so it's not worth equipping. So we're gonna leave that alone. Let's move on. Another game on Steam I'm looking at is Fell Seal, which is like, it's very much inspired by the games by the guy who made Final Fantasy Tactics and the Tactics Ogre and Battle Ogre games. Yeah, that does look interesting. I hear it's a bit flawed, but is worth giving a play. Also, if you guys have not played it, I'm highly recommending it to you all right now. It's one of the best Western-made JRPGs I've ever played. Cosmic Star Heroine is only $1.50 on Steam right now. One of the best games I've played in the past 10 years. It takes from Phantasy Star, from Chrono Trigger, from Phantasy Star, Chrono Trigger, a little bit from Suikoden, but it definitely has a ton of Phantasy Star, Chrono Trigger, and even a bit of Saga vibes. Excellent game. I really love it. It's incredible. Highly recommend it. And for $1.50, it is a steal. Again, you know, it's if there's one game on Steam, Cosmic Star Heroine, Subledger, because the main character is named Alice, named after the main character of the first Phantasy Star game. High recommendation. I love it. It's really great. Just want to check something. Yeah, there we go. Want to check Rydia. Yeah, Rydia is still missing Flare, Medio, I believe that's it. Flare and Medio. Yeah, I guess we are kind of low on levels. Yeah, when Rosa is on the cusp of learning Holy at least. Okay, yeah, let's just want to save. Because the next boss is probably going to be very tough on one speed. Just want to check for my paranoia. There we go. Alright. This is one of the... It's probably going to be really tough. But, let's go. And let's do this fight. Welcome to everyone who just got here. I saw some people just came in. Hope you're enjoying this finale to Final Fantasy IV. And here we go. We're gonna throw a shuriken, because everyone just had death cast on them. Let's attack. We're basically just gonna throw everything we have at him. I think haste only increases the timer, so we are not going to haste. Use Bahamut. Well, you know, he's going to try to haste us. Ooh, wow. Don't know if I'm gonna make it. I actually may have to turn down the speed for this fight, because this is crazy. Oh, well. Come on, die. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Did that just happen? 0 on the timer. 0 on the timer. And he died. Oh, wow. Okay, I feel good about that victory. Yeah, that was pretty good. Welcome, Mimic Warrior Artist. And we get the Holy Spare for Kain. I kind of like that it's a Holy Spare. It kind of represents that Kain is beginning his journey of redemption. Because where everyone else in the game goes through a journey of redemption, or failure if you're Tella, Kain really doesn't begin his until the end. Welcome, Praise to Sunny D. Welcome to the stream. And yeah, let's go. Yeah, Wiseman. Alyssa is the name, because it's a Phantasy Star location thing. In the original Japanese, she's Alyssa. For the US translation, they had to shorten it due to space constraints. And then so Cosmic Star Heroine does indeed use the Japanese name. Alright. Just waiting for Rydia to cast. Wow, paralysis on 2 members, but the battle is over. And there we go. Cecil leveled up, Rosa leveled up. Let's head in here. First, I do want to check. I don't think these have bosses, but just to make sure. Oh, yeah, there is a boss here. Ah, yes, the Sacred Ribbons. You know, how ribbons create protection, I do not know. But we have 2 Lunasaurs here to deal with. They're pretty much the highest version of the sort of like Dino Dragons we've been facing. They put up a barrier to protect against whatever they're weak against. Yeah, haven't had to haste in a while. But we will haste Cecil, since he's such a great damage dealer. Yeah, Bahamut should be good here. Ugh. Which is your first Final Fantasy Mimic Warrior? This game? Because if so, that would be interesting. Mega Flare. Or do you mean like this was like the first Final Fantasy you played? I guess I'm kind of forgetting, yeah, it was your first one. Yeah, I kind of remember that from the earlier streams. This was my first one as well. I played 4, 5, and 6 on an emulator as a kid, and I played 8 at my cousin's house. And I played 7 sometimes after that, and that's probably why, you know, I never got on the 7 hype train. It's probably because I didn't play it right when it came out. Phoenix down. Probably should have bought more of those. But this fight should be over momentarily. And there we go. And we receive the ribbons. You know, that special headgear? Doesn't matter if you're hit by a sword, the ribbon will protect you. Taking a gunshot? The ribbon will protect you as well. Wait, Rosa can't use them? Who can use them? Guess I'm forgetting? No, who can use the ribbon? Cecil? I am forgetting who can use them. Why am I forgetting this? They're usually helmets, right? Or do they act as arms? Okay. Oh, it's because I have no space. That's why. Because even though they're exchanged... Okay, I see what happened. You know what? Red Fang can go. And, yeah, we'll throw out this, sorcerer thing here. And we will equip now. Okay, problem solved. Ribbon for Rosa. And ribbon for Rydia. That'll teach Zeromis. Rydia has over 2,000 HP, so hopefully she can survive the Big Bang. Actually, if someone has the wiki on hand, can you check what levels Rydia learns her last few spells? Because I do not remember offhand. We'll fight this guy for the experience. Oh, well, yeah, Kane's Holy Lance, pretty much dispatches those guys quite easily. Alright, that's dealing with more random encounters. Ooh. Okay, Charlie, thank you. Rydia is out of MP, but that's okay, because we are right by the save point. Yes, Subledger, it turned out, you know, you can't unequip with a full menu. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, he can rarely do this. Cast Tornado on everyone. But thankfully it did not take me down to 1 HP. Meteor is at 60. Okay. Good to know. What is she? She's at 51. She's not getting there. Huh. Interesting that, you learn them so late. I guess maybe they were expecting you to grind? Kinda makes me a little more nervous about Zeromus. Flare at 55, okay. Maybe we'll learn Flare. Maybe. Right, save. And let's go. We are very close to the bottom now. We just have to head up here. And down this way. Whew, here we go. The music here changes to the theme of the giant Babel thingy. The Giant of Babel. There we go. And every enemy down here fights the boss theme. That I like. I like that everyone uses the boss theme. It makes them feel, you know, more climactic that way. Using the Tower of Babel theme, though, I do disagree with. I was fine with using the Baron theme for most of the dungeon. It feels like an epic march to the bottom, but I feel like the Tower of Babel theme just really, not the Tower of Babel, the Giant of Babel theme, really fit like it fit the giant, and it just felt wrong to reuse it. Death 52, Flare 55, Meteor 60. Okay, well, at least she'll get Death. She'll get that at least. Mimic Warrior, but Cosmic Star Heroine, it's worth the price. Absolutely worth the price. Like, I played it when, it was at a full 20. Okay. We have Edge's final sword here. And, yeah, so... Subledger, the breath enemy, I think it's supposed to represent Zemus analyzing your party. But here we go, the last item we have to get. And he speaks in medieval English. Ye from the blue planet think to wield the blade of black. And here we go. Another frantic fight. Ninja, Blitz. Yeah, he opens with Tidal Wave, basically. And a second Tidal Wave. Yep, we've just been buffeted by water. Hopefully Rosa will come in quickly. And he tornadoes Kane, which is not good. That leaves him with 1 HP. Come on, Rosa. Ooh, yeah, the 1 speed really working against me here. Thundaga. I'd love to use haste on one of my guys, but yeah, this fight is a mile a minute. Especially on this, especially with the modifiers on. Thankfully, that's only 1 Tidal Wave. Ooh, another tornado. Come on, Rosa. We are doing good damage to him. Ugh, another tornado. There we go. Oh, well, yeah, there goes that. Let's, I'm gonna opt for offense. Edge is useful, I don't want him dead. Oh, another double Tidal Wave. Yeah, the color palette for this boss is pretty cool. Ooh, this is rough. Even rougher than Dark Bahamut. Good. There goes Kane. Yeah, a bit frantic. I'm definitely hyper-focusing on the fight right now. Thundaga. Yeah, Cecil should tank that. Ooh, that's ugly. That's gonna hit hard. Oh, man. And I have no idea if he's near death or not. Yeah, Ogopogo is indeed a palindrome. Oh man, this guy is relentless right now. At least Cecil is back up. Hopefully we'll get this Thundaga off. Blitz. No, not another tornado, please. Ugh, yeesh. There goes Rydia and Edge. And maybe even Rosa. Yeah, oh my gosh. Oh man, yeah, unless this this gets it, we're done. Yep, ooh, brutal. I think it's a bit more than just Leviathan with upgrades. Okay, different strategy. Ooh, that was rough. Let me run to get us back there quickly enough. It's a bit of lost progress there. And we're so close to the end now. Alright. Yeah, the reason I wasn't using Kane's jump was to tank attacks with him, so that Rosa and Rydia wouldn't be hit. But I'll give that a shot this time. Yeah, this guy isn't tough. Just basically, Blizzaga basically does him in pretty easily. Thank you, Cecil, for the block. Okay. And let's heal up, because Edge needs it. Really hate how it kicks you back to the menu every time you cure someone. Bit of a nuisance. Alright. Yeah, I'll run back to him. A Fuma Shuriken, which is nice. Okay. I will create a state here just so we don't waste time. Let's try something interesting. The Murasame. We're gonna switch out the Kikuichi for, if I have it. I don't. Okay, never mind. A little less prepared than I thought I was. Yeah, we'll try Kane's jump this time. And I will throw a Fuma Shuriken. Just to see if it does a little bit more damage. Throw Fuma. Alright, double tidal wave. Hopefully it will be on the lower end of the damage scale. Attack. Yeah, we'll do the jump for the extra damage. Well, you know, Kane's gonna miss that healing, but that's okay. Hopefully, he'll spend most of his time in the air. Ninja Blitz. Yeah, that wasted some time. Was kinda hoping Kane would take that tornado. Attack. Okay, well, you know, that's the best of all results. Nice critical hit by Cecil. Oh man, that tidal wave was ill-timed. At least everyone else will be, like, practically at full health. Yeah, Rydia, I need her back. Wow, he did a tidal wave, another double tidal wave. Yeah, RNG is not with me on this one. Okay, ooh, Cecil tanking that hit. Wonder how much HP this guy has. And Cecil takes a tornado. Gonna have Kane just attack the tank. Oh no, that was a mistake. Ah, I messed up. Yep, this is not gonna end well. I made a huge mistake. My fault. Ooh. Okay, yeah. Alright, I'm loading the save. I'm gonna give it one more try before I turn the speed down. Because I know on normal speed I'd definitely be able to take him. But, yeah, this is being troublesome. Throw a Fuma Shuriken. Yeah, that's ugly as always. Jump. Hopefully he will not tidal wave that often. Secure everyone. The nice thing about Kane being in the air is that everyone does get extra healing since he's not there. Hopefully he won't die while he's landed though. Oh, that's the worst person who can get tornadoed. Ugh. Alright, hopefully no tidal wave right now. Good, okay. Fair enough. Oh, well there it comes. Yeah, this is, I would say this is even worse than the Bahamut fight. Because this guy attacks way more often. Oh, Cecil with the block. Again. Oh, that's really helping out right now. Yeah, on the harder versions, Cecil blocking for somebody. Always a huge help. Saves you when you need it. And that was a high on the damage range for Thundaga there. Alright, there goes Edge. Might even leave him on the floor since more people get healed. No, that was bad. That was awful. Oh gosh. Come on, Rosa's turn. Oh no, we're done. Oh my gosh. Maybe Kane will pull it off? Oh wow, Rydia is still alive. One more Thundaga. No more Thundaga? No more Thundaga. Okay, yeah. If I leveled up a bit, I probably could do it on 1 speed. But, yeah, I do not want to waste your guys' time grinding. But I will put it down to a 2. And I will see what happens. Charlie Fox, I would say I do play for both. Both gameplay and story. I feel like I'm streaming like a Dark Souls game right now, just fighting one boss over and over again. Okay, once more. But I do think that gameplay is extremely important in an RPG, because even in a game that is, you know, that is very story focused, you still do spend most of your time in the gameplay, and like you don't want that to be bad. Okay. Wait, why is my team reversed? Okay, that's another mistake I made. I switched my team by accident. Oh man, my fortune is really, really not good with this right now. Alright. I pray this goes well. No. Fuma. Attack. Okay, that didn't do too badly. Jump. Kiraja. Fundaga. Yeah, Drakenzan, I always agree with that argument. Not just gameplay, but I would say the ability to interact is what separates video games from every other medium. You know, every medium can tell a story, but not are quite as interactable as video games are. Okay, that tornado missed. Thank you, Cecil, for helping out your girlfriend there. Kiraja comes in. Healed everyone in time, right? Okay. Just a single tidal wave. If that was a double, that would have been trouble. Ooh, tornado on the second worst person. Who can get it? Heal. Ninja, Blitz. Yeah, if Kane was in the air, he will not receive the healing. That was changed in certain remakes, but I'm not sure which was the one where that began. Oh man, okay, let's attack. Just so that Kane can tank. Ugh, glad that was not a tidal wave. Come on, Rosa. Yeah, Jacob, there are far more than just spam the attack button. But the problem is that, you know, critics, they do have their biases. That and, you know, they don't play enough of these games to really know. And there goes Cecil. But I've been doing good so far. Tornado. May as well be on Rydia, who's at low HP. Alright, Rosa, hope your healing can get in before the tidal wave. Ooh, wow. 2 in a row. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Why did that happen? Ugh, okay. Yeah, this is so frantic. This is... yeah. Well, at least 2 people got the healing. Ooh, this is the toughest challenge we've faced so far. Oh, it had to be a double, right? Yeah, even HC Bailey, because who generally plays Final Fantasy IV on 2 speed, begins to like turn. Oh my gosh, we got him! Wow. Okay. Whew. And we get the Masamune. Ooh. Alright. Let's have Rosa raise some people from the dead. Yeah. Man, our Rise is so costly. Right. Yes, let us heal. Okay, yeah, let's feed her some ethers. Just in case a bad situation arises. I have more than enough items. Yes, Subledger, the roles should have been reversed. And we should, switch out Edge's weapon. Now he has the Masamune and the Murasame. And, I will change back to Speed 1. But yeah, this playthrough has been worthwhile. Okay, Ninja, Smoke, because screw the idea of having to repeatedly fight behemoths. It's a crazy notion. No, go away, Behemoth. I don't want to play with you. Yeah, Edge is really useful here. If just for this. If this were the GBA version, I would consider fighting them. If just because Yang is like... Yang really does them in. Because Yang at this point in the game is just ridiculously overpowered. He like hits like anywhere from like 3,000 to 5,000 damage with every punch. I do think a lot of the critic bias against JRPGs comes from the fact that there were a lot of Western RPG companies paying off game journalists at the time. And, you know, that's not a knock against Western RPGs, of course. But, you know, it was very obvious what was going on. Like, IGN would give Mass Effect 3 a 10 out of 10, and then the border of IGN would be like a Mass Effect 3 advertisement that said IGN gave it a 10 out of 10. Like, that's the kind of thing you would see in a parody, not in real life. But, so, you know, sometimes real life, sometimes things like that are, you know, sometimes, you know, real life is stranger than fiction, I suppose is, how the phrase goes. Okay, the whistle allows you to summon Fat Chocobo from everywhere, but I didn't store anything. That is... Well, it is an artificial moon. Let us keep that in mind, Subledger. Yeah, I agree with what you said, Jacob. JRPGs do not... They need at least a difficulty setting. Because in order for a turn-based game to, like, really show off its tactical nature, and to really show off its skills, it does need a little bit of a challenge to really show them off and force you to think about them. Alright, I'm gonna fight this guy just once. Yeah, he basically plays a game of Reflect. We'll jump him. Yeah, he basically bounces wholly off of himself, and he does quite a bit of damage. Yeah, let's use Ramu, see what happens. Now he's bouncing Flare. You know, I might have to leave, because, yeah, this is tough. Gonna leave Kane down to tank. Yeah, this guy's speed is kind of much. I'm gonna focus on healing Edge. Hopefully I'm not too late. Hopefully Cecil... Yeah, Cecil can take that. I think he has about 60,000 HP, something like that, maybe less. Yeah, they made these last few enemies quite something. Well, thank you for hasting me. I do appreciate it. I think what he was trying to do is because he cast Reflect on us. So what I think he was doing, he was trying to bounce it off of us back onto him, but the Reflect on us actually ran out. Interesting how that happens. Gonna bring Rydia back. Think her nap was sufficient. Anyone but Rosa, please? Okay, that's good enough. Okay, we took care of him. 12,500 experience. You know, for how long these fights are, I do think they should give more. It's quite low for this point in the game, to be honest. Raise. Kiraga. Alright. Just looking at the chat. Haruhi, I will be doing Super Mario RPG after this. That will begin next week, not Sunday. I need to do a lot of work on my Final Fantasy IV History of RPGs video. So either Tuesday or Thursday. Because I do want to try to get the Final Fantasy IV video out by sometime next week. And I don't want to neglect it too much. But yeah, Super Mario RPG. Looking forward to that. It's been a few years since I've played it. And I do generally remember its secrets, so we should have fun with that. That's a game with a lot of variety, a lot of little neat secrets. And so yeah, it should be fun to do. Okay, this is Zemus's mind. Yeah, only magical attacks work on him. So yeah, we're just gonna run from him. He's not really worth fighting. You would have to basically spam magical attacks. That is not good. Run, girls, run! The men are trying to kill you. Edge, stop hitting yourself. Okay. Yeah, that fight can be tough. Yes, let's, Kiraja everyone. I do like as you approach, much like the Fey March. You can see the lower floors as you go. You get closer and closer to the core, basically. Okay, this is it. I have no idea whether I'm prepared for that. Alright, this is Zemus's breath. Zemus's breath literally does nothing. All he does is analyze you. I think the idea is that it's Zemus trying to send out a part of himself to see these enemies who are approaching him. That's how I interpret it. But all he finds are no weaknesses. We'll bio him. Maybe I should have just used Bahamut, since I am going to use an elixir after this. Oh, well, yeah, right. Oh, that's right, he counters all magic. Forgot about that tidbit. Okay, fair enough. Let's Asuna. We'll jump. Yeah, someone mentioned the breath earlier. I think it was Subledger. Can't remember though. But yeah, that's how I interpret it. These are like pieces of Zemus out there doing stuff. As you approach, he's basically taking a close look at you. It is weird how he's translucent though. It's like they almost went too far with it. He looks too translucent in my opinion. We'll use Bahamut. It'll get us a counter, but we will do major damage at least. Subledger. The airship in this game uses Mode 7, but not in the way that 6 uses it. At least I think it does. I know that it zooms out the map and tilts it, and that's what creates the 3D sort of effect. That's what it says that's what I believe the developers mentioned in the interviews. Yeah, a lot of interesting information about this game is out there. For example, Dragon Quest II, strangely enough, was an influence on this game. Apparently, like, they liked how the characters in Dragon Quest II all had their individual backstories, and that's what inspired them to give everyone backstories in this game. You would never think it, but yeah, Takashi Tokita said that in an interview, in an issue of Nintendo Power. Alright, again, 12,000 experience for a really, really long fight. But, you know, at least we get some level ups. And Rydia does learn death. Alright, this is the last teleporter. Let's cure. Anyone else need anything? Alright, I have no idea how well or bad this is going to go. Yeah, this could be a major disaster, and I will need to level up. But we're gonna hope for the best. Okay, yeah, I want Rydia at full MP. Edge can stay at low MP. That's fine. I do want to take some of the stuff I'll be throwing and lifting it up. We'll put the elixirs up there. I don't think you can throw Excalibur, unfortunately. At this point in the game, I wish you could. Yeah, that's fine. We're going to change Rosa's weapon from the bow to the Aura Staff so that she can heal at maximum potential. Okay, just looking at the chat. Yeah, Mimic Warrior Artist, you would think that they would be citing Dragon Quest IV for that. But I don't know. I guess maybe they were developing 4's story. This is probably what it was. They were probably developing 4's story, and Final Fantasy IV story, but Dragon Quest IV hadn't been released yet. That is always a possibility. Alright, I am going to do 2 things. One, I'm going to create a save state. Secondly, guys, my mouth is dry. I need to grab another water. So give me just a few seconds and we'll fight Zemus. Okay, I am back. You get everything set up again. Alright, and here we go, guys. Have no idea if we're prepared for this or not. But here we go. We have Golbez and Fusoya confronting Zemus. Notice that Zemus' sprite is very similar to Zan's from Final Fantasy III. I guess they really like that pose. Both had a pair of twin mages. Yeah, that is true. I never noticed that. That's wow. Both of them did have twin mages. Another question I'd ask Tokita and Sakaguchi if I ever met them. Look, I love how Golbez had a sprite in the game. I do wonder if there was maybe a way of obtaining him at some point in the original script. That would have been interesting. Well, you know what, guys? It looks like they beat the final boss. I guess there's nothing for me to worry about. Yeah, our job is done. I love how Zemus just face plants there. It's almost like it's out of like a comedic movie. Yep. Okay, well, I guess we can all go home now. It does kind of making our coming here a waste of time, though. I love this victorious music that plays. Yeah, it's a good fake out. Cecil can't quite talk to Golbez, but Zemus back there starts to do something while no one's looking. And so we have Zemus's unbridled hate. And he makes his name all edgy. And basically becomes a being of pure hatred. Death only made things worse. Alright, and they go in for round 2. The Meteo just healed him. That's hilarious. It's no use. And he tries to use the crystal. But it fails because Golbez has too much darkness in his heart. Jacob, yeah, I think links do work in the chat. Fusoya has a hilarious death sprite. He's like consumed by his beard. Yeah, Wiseman, that I've always noticed. That Final Fantasy III had a job system. Dragon Quest III had its vocation system. And then 4 in both series had set games. Though it should be mentioned, remember, the originally this game was supposed to be Final Fantasy V. The original 4 was supposed to be another job system game. So, you know, there is that to consider. Hey, look guys, it's all these other party members who I can never use again. Sora comes in, just as Golbez is light. Golbez flexes, defeats Zeromus, and we all go home. Yes, this is the big power of friendship moment. Yeah, I was thinking the other day, you know, Final Fantasy III did this, and 4 did this. So yeah, you know, I guess Final Fantasy was the one that turned this into a cliche. Did people say dude in medieval times? Alright. And back to the final battle. Cecil gets up. And it's time for us to do our job as the heroes. Yes, Subledger, this does take place on a version of Earth. The Lunarians came from the planet that was in between Mars and Jupiter that blew up and became the asteroid belt. Cecil takes the crystal, and because he's a paladin, he can use it. You know, this power of friendship thing, you know, it's quite potent. I wonder why it's on no one's skill list. I mean, you know, it gives you a free heal, free revive, and everything. I mean, it's like, it's more powerful than Meteo and Flare combined, and Bahamut combined. You would think, you know, the mages in this universe would focus on learning that. Yeah, this journey was incredible. I was glad to, And then you have, like, Zeromus' creepy sprite. Like, I don't even... To this day, I have no idea what I'm looking at when I see him. Okay. And Cecil gets the final healing from Fusoya and Golbez. Alright, here we go. Golbez sends in his flying arm into Zemus's face. Zemus can't see, and that allows us to get in enough tax to win. Alright. Oh, we have to use the crystal, right? Yeah, it misses a... I forgot that, guys. I apologize. A little less dramatic. Let's get back to Cecil's turn. Hopefully we haven't screwed this up. Zeromus just kind of shaking there. Cecil, your turn, please. There we go. Where is the crystal? It's probably at the bottom of my list. There we go. Okay, that is good. And we're throwing the kitchen knife to start with. Zeromus reveals himself. Grr. Erg. Okay, here we go. White, first person we're hasting is Rosa herself, because she needs to... Did nothing. What? Okay. Maybe I threw it too early? Oh, that's terrible then. Let's have Kane jump. Let's attack. And here comes the Big Bang. Rosa is hasted, so she should come in quickly. Okay, that wasn't terrible. Starts throwing them shurikens. Hopefully his counter to Bahamut here won't be too bad. Because he does counter summons with Flare or Bio. Oh boy, that could be bad. Ah! This has not gone well. Ouch. And we were doing good damage to him too. Okay, I should not have used Bahamut that early. Oh boy, yeah, we got wiped out again. Oh boy, that did not go well, guys. Yeah, the Cecil's kind of on his own now. Black hole. Oh my gosh. Oh, that was embarrassing. I should probably restart the fight. Yeah, because even if Cecil could take this fight by himself, Zeromus will reheal, and that will keep us here forever. Hold on. Yeah, hold up. I do have a plan. Let me do something. I've never done this before. I actually only recently discovered it. Okay. No, that didn't work. I know there's a way to do this. Just give me a second, guys. I deeply apologize. No, I didn't want to do that. No! Oh my gosh. Sorry, guys. It might shut the stream off. I'm so sorry. Oh gosh.